On this episode of Movie News, we're talking about creepy clowns, upcoming release dates, and the cast of the Adult Losers Club in It 2. I don't want to float! Hey there, guys. That's my bad It impression. How are you guys doing? Today we're talking about It Chapter 2, so go put on your rubber boots and let's make some paper boats. Have you ever made a paper boat? If Georgie would have made a paper airplane, well, he'd still be alive. And very quickly, before we dive into the movie news, I wanted to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Squarespace.com. You can start your free trial today at Squarespace.com and enter in promo code Squarespace.com/FlickPick for 10% off your first purchase. If you need a simple, nice-looking website and you want to save a few dollars, definitely check out the link down below in the description box, and you'll float too. It Chapter 2 will hit theaters September 6, 2019. And that's exactly 2 years from the release of It Chapter 1. Now let's dive into the success of It, the movie itself. This movie made a shit ton of money. It's at $480 million worldwide right now. That's a lot of money. People like clowns. And much like Stephen King's It novel, It Chapter 2, the movie, will feature the adult version of the Losers Club. And I'm going to talk all about that in just one second. But going back to the first film, featuring the young kids in Losers Club, I love that ensemble of kids. I love coming-to-age movies like Stand By Me, The Sandlot. Except in the movie It, they're not playing baseball or walking down the train tracks singing 1950s melodies. No, they're being chased and tormented by an evil clown. And some other weird stuff happens. If you've read the It novel, yeah, it's right there after they defeat Pennywise in that sewer. And I truly think if they knew that first film was going to be as successful as it was, they might have dragged it out a little bit longer and you might have seen almost 2 parts for the first movie. Because if you've read Stephen King's It novel, it's over 1,000 pages long, there's so much detail that they easily could have made a 3-hour movie for that first part. No problem. Now let's talk about It Chapter 2. 27 years after the events that went down in It Chapter 1, we now see adult versions of the Losers Club, and they're all about 40 years old by this time. And since I get asked all the time who would I cast in these roles, I thought I'd give you guys my fan picks for who I would cast in It Chapter 2. As for Richie, I would cast Corey Feldman. Something about Richie in the first It film, he almost felt like a modern day equivalent to what Corey Feldman did in Stand By Me, but in all reality, I would probably go with Ike Barinholtz. He kind of looks like Mark Wahlberg. As the character of Bill, I would go with Jason Bateman. For Stanley, I'd go with Casey Affleck. And for Mike, I would cast someone like Idris Elba. Playing the role of Beverly, I would go with Jessica Chastain. For Ben, I would go with Aaron Eckhart. In the role of Eddie, I would go with Adam Scott. And no matter who they cast, I just hope that It Chapter 2 doesn't end like the TV movie did. Oh. That's my take on this movie news. Now here's my question for you, and let me know down below. What actors would you cast in the upcoming It Chapter 2? And once again, big thanks to Squarespace.com for sponsoring this video. Start your free trial today at Squarespace.com and enter in promo code Squarespace.com/FlickPick for 10% off your first purchase. Like I said, if you need a professional looking website that's easy to build and you want to save some money, definitely check out the link down below to Squarespace.com and make sure you use my promo code to save 10% off your first purchase. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and if you want to, check out my latest movie... As always, guys, thanks for watching, and if you want to, check out my latest movie reviews for Lego Ninjago and Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Make sure you subscribe. That way, I can see you next time.